Hey all, and during this video I'm going to do an account overview of my Wartune account. I'm basically going to talk through everything I have done on this account and then explain why I have done things the way they are. So firstly, it's important to note I don't really play this game much anymore. I have to focus on Eternal Fury 3.0 since I am an in-game GM for that game. Unfortunately, I don't really have time for Wartune. As you can see, the King's Return is up. I'm often offline for large periods of time. But anyway, I will start with the items or bag area of this account. Right, so this is what I look like basically. 122 million battle rating, which I guess is pretty decent. I don't know how that compares nowadays. I'm sure there are a lot of accounts that are far stronger than this. My general setup is focused on dealing as much damage as possible basically. If you have a look at some of the features, you can see that's all done to represent that. So let's talk through the equipment in more detail. You can see here with the gems, attack critical, HP, then magic defense, HP. But here I have physical defense and HP instead. You can see I alternate with the last gem, magic defense, HP, physical defense, HP. The main focus of this is damage and HP basically. I believe those are the most important stats, so that's why my gems are like this. Then if you have a look at the refinement, again HP, strength and critical, attack as well. Pretty much all of the refinements have at least strength or attack. They need a bit of work, but they're pretty much at the stage that I want them at. Similar here as well, you can see this one here probably needs a bit of work. I need to have strength on all of my gear, but yeah, the rest is pretty much done. Soul Mark has been completed for a very long time. All the Fate has been completed as well. I might as well spin that since it's free, but I don't need any of the items from here anymore, as you can probably see there. Let's go back onto the bag. Smelting is one of the most important things in the game. It would be nice if this was maxed out, but it's not quite there yet. This should be one of your main focuses on your account, to try and get your smelting as high as possible. It normally gives at least 100,000 increase to battle rating with each level of smelting. Right, and this, you can see the medallion, I haven't really upgraded that far. The problem with the medallion is it gets more and more expensive to renew with each level that you upgrade, plus the insignia can be used for other items, so yeah, I've kind of left it at rank 6 and then let it run out. Then finally the wedding ring. I've done a bit of work on this. You can see here level 36. The battle skills are all quite interesting. I normally just leave it on the basic star and crescent though. You can see here immediately restores health and dispels. Has the passive as well that revives. But yeah, the other skills are pretty decent as well. But there we go, that's what I've done with the marriage and wedding ring. Right, battle protection. So basically here I've done a complete mix of all of the elements. You can see here 3 dark, 3 wind, 3 electro, 3 light, 3 water and 3 fire, all maxed out. Resist reduction is extremely important to try and upgrade. It increases the amount of damage you deal the higher you get it, so This is an important feature. You need to run dimensions in order to get the crystals here. Then if we go across to the Holy Dragon's Soul, I've not done that much here. I can also upgrade it a few times, so I might as well do that. Yeah, there we go. Then onto the tattoo. This is basically all focused on increasing strength. I believe it's optimal to increase strength and reduce charisma, since charisma only affects your troops. It doesn't matter if you go into a negative amount. So that's what I've done here. Then the horrible tattoo engraving section. Somehow I managed to max out all of them, but this is an absolutely horrible feature as it goes up and down randomly. I don't want to talk too much about this for that reason. But yeah, if you can get them all on strength like this, well, for a night anyway, you've done it really well. And there we go, that's the battle rating increase from the Holy Dragon's Soul. So if we go onto the relics, you can see I have actually maxed out one of my relics. This was the first relic I obtained, so I decided to max it out. The Unholy Saber. I don't think it's the best relic in the game, but it's not bad. With that stun effect you can see over here. The other relic I was working on is the Hand of Riddles. This has a pretty good skill. After taking damage, 15% chance to recover HP equal to 45% of damage dealt next turn. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've done with my relics. And then for the resonance, if we go back across to the Unholy Saber, you can see here damage dealt 3%, damage received minus 3%, crit damage plus 3%. So it's all about the percentage increases there, mainly focusing on damage again. There we go, you can see this does need a bit of work, but it's not bad. It's the basic setup I want with the resonance anyway. Alright, so moving on to the Sylph. My main Sylph is Thor. By far my strongest, you can see here, compared to the other ones that I have. They are not even close. It's not the best Sylph for Time Portal, but it is the heaviest hitting out of all of them, so that's the main reason why I like Thor. If we go across to here, you can see that's all done. This has all been max enchanted here. Now for the skills, these are sort of debatable as to what the best skills are. I've gone with Consuming Flames, Infernal Information, Delphic Deadly Kiss, Delphic Roaring Lion, and then Delphic Thunder Wave. So 3 powerful attacks there, then 2 weaker ones. Passives, Molten Might, increases damage dealt by 5% each attack. That's pretty big. And then Blessed Water is kind of essential for Time Portal. 10% chance to restore 30% of max HP each turn. Then the same with Blessed Electro, restores HP on a passive basis. You kind of need those last 2 skills though, otherwise Time Portal is basically impossible. Then the equipment, again, it doesn't matter what you refine your equipment to, both attack and magic attack will increase the damage that a merged Sylph deals. So you can have a mixture of both like I've done here. HP as well, also pretty important. But as with my main account, I am focusing mainly on damage. So it's very similar with the Holy Sword. I have mainly focused on the Fire and Electro Warhammer. You can see here, this is actually quite high level. All to power up my Thor, and then Inscription again. I don't generally use the red orbs here, I just normally use the blue ones. I can do this a couple of times actually, so let's go ahead and do that with the blue orbs. But yeah, that's what it all looks like. again, it's all focused on my thought. I don't really use the others, as you can see. There we go. So if we go across to my Eudemon, probably said that wrong. The main one I use out of these is my Battle Oracle. You can see here. Again, they all have attack since the Battle Oracle does magic attack damage. Mainly focused all on damage, but there is some defense as well in there. Got the critical as well. I think that's pretty optimal. Relatively happy with that. The willpowers are more important though. The main one I use is actually the Angel of Light, even though the Death Spectre seems to have higher stats. Then again, it's a similar story here. Attack, HP, critical, then a mix of physical defense and magic defense. Refinements all focusing on attack, crit, and then ideally HP, physical defense, and magic defense. But some of them do have block, as you can see, or penetration. So maybe not optimal, but not bad. Then the Awakening skill you can see here. I can actually upgrade that, I think. There we go. Level maxed out. Took a bit of time to sort of work there. I'm not sure why. Then that's all done. That's all done as well. Yeah, there we go. So if we move across to the skills, this is what my skills look like. There we go. So yeah, I am still working on this. These are really difficult to upgrade though, as you can see. So I don't think I will be making much more progress here. Then the Delphic skills there as well. Passive skills, they're quite important actually. Crit damage plus 110% is pretty big. Then following a crit increases damage dealt by 17% for 3 turns. Then the Awakening skill at the end. I know the Angel of Light is my main willpower, but maybe not optimal. I think the Death Spectre may be better. But since this was the first one I got, I decided to focus mainly on the Angel of Light. Talents can be upgraded a little bit further. The main focus here again is the Resist Reduction talent, since that increases the damage. The other talents are not as important. Then we just have the enhanced feature at the end, which isn't too exciting. Quite a few diamonds there though. So if we go over to Dragon Chant now, this is what my Dragon Chant looks like. Unfortunately, my battle rating goes down by a considerable amount if I do switch to Dragon Chant, so I generally just use my main class. There are some benefits of Dragon Chant though, so it's worth experimenting with both to see what's better. So here's the talismans I have. 2 of the Moonlight Talisman, 2 of the Spectre Talisman, and then 2 of the Sunlight Talisman. It's mainly for the set effect bonuses. Increases crit damage by 30%. Damage caused increased by 10%. Max HP increased. Again, it's mainly focused on damage, as with most of my account. You can see the orange refined stats as well. They took a long time to get, I will say that. I'm pretty happy with what I have managed to get there though. Symbiosis, I haven't really done too much here. It's getting there though. I think I probably can upgrade another one while I'm here. Yeah, there we go. Just gives me a little bit more battle rating. Yeah, there we go. This is what I've done anyway. Symbiosis 34% on the sword. Pretty good. But yeah, haven't done a huge amount here. This still needs a lot of work. Then the talismans. The enchanting part of the talismans is pretty straightforward. There we go, just done like that to upgrade. Engulfing to get the stats you want, though, is a bit of a nightmare, if I'm being honest. For example, here's a pretty decent attack talisman. If we have a look at the other talismans, which one will I try and get the stat from? So, I will try with this. In this situation, I would want the orange attack to replace the purple attack. I will just do this as an example. Normally it doesn't work though. Well, it did work, but it didn't replace the purple stat. That's still a slight increase, so I will click confirm here. I did lose the talisman that I had here, but that's a nightmare to get optimal stats like this. It takes a lot of work, so bear that in mind. Then over to the skills. This is what I've done with the skills. I'm not really sure if that's optimal or not. But yeah, that's what they look like. There we go. And then the Battle Beast, I have actually maxed this out. I can select from any of them if I want to. Potency, I've got a few of these done. The main one to upgrade, I think, is this one, as it's only on 2 stars. The others are 3 stars, though. I haven't really looked at this that much, if I'm being honest, but that's what it looks like here anyway. So moving on to my Titan, you can see here, I still need to upgrade the EXP here, but it's getting there. That's the combo I use. I'm not really sure if that's the best possible combination or not. It's pretty useful though. The damage at the start, then the shield on the second turn is always pretty good. Then at the end, instantly restores all awakening points. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Not a bad setup, I don't think, but probably could be optimised. The animate I have actually completed. You can see if I click this button, it doesn't actually do anything at all now. And with the energize, again, my main focus is resist reduction. Get that damage increased. Right, so moving on to the mounts. This is what my mount or mounts looks like. I have the Eagle Guardian equipped. I actually think this is a really good looking mount, so I often have it equipped. Intellect is the only stat I don't have maxed out. I save this for when there's a mount training event on. Training it at other times is a bit pointless, just gives fake BR. Then the honing here, I haven't done a huge amount, but you can see I have done some. It's sort of getting there. You need a lot of beast hearts though, and they are quite difficult to obtain. Right, so moving on to the Cuties feature. I think the gun of Spirigoth is one of the best Cuties in the game, which is why I have this Cutie equipped. The first 2 skills are nothing special, but the third one increases damage for entire party by 60%. That's actually a huge skill, plus it lasts for 3 turns as well. Right, so if we go across to the feed, nothing too exciting here. I did unlock a second cooking pot there though. Then the skills here, you can see they can be upgraded further. I should really focus on this. 3 stars as well, along with some of my other Cuties. There we go, and then the passives here. Yeah, that's the main skill I want to focus on. You can see it's already level 4 out of 10. I would like to be able to max that out. Then the accessories here. I have a few at level 50 and red quality. I'm not going to mess about with that. Then the diagram here just shows you the ones that you have unlocked. So for the Astrals, this is what I've done with the Astrals. They're all pretty much maxed out here. Holy Cancer, critical penetration, reduces all damage by 40%. This is one of the essential Astrals. Crit base damage increased by 60%. Again, this one's essential. 30% chance of dodging damage. Well, it's not actually 30%. It's more like around 13 to 14%. So you only use that if you are aware of what it actually does. Then that increases critical, attack there, physical defense, block, magic defense, and then attack and penetration again. So mainly focused on dealing damage. The important ones though are, for a crit build, the crit base damage increase and then the reduce all damage by 40%. Try and max those two out if you can, and then elevate them up to the max as well. Then the Nemesis feature over here, you can see here that's what I currently have as the options. I have those two skills equipped currently. The stun is quite useful on Meteoric Assault. Then this one has a bonus increase to damage. That could be a useful skill to use as well, probably instead of the concentration cannon. Then I can actually upgrade this, so I might as well, while I'm here, go and do that. There we go. That's maxed out already. Level 30. Then the Devil's Armor. I managed to get 1 gold, you can see here, but this does need a bit of work. This is what I have done so far. There we go. I can also polish as well. Might as well do that while I'm here. Right, the skills. That's the skills I have equipped. I do like using the Chaos Rune. I know it's annoying, but it is quite fun to use. I could swap that for a different rune though. But yeah, that's the skills I'm using. There we go. Basically just gone for mostly the top row here, with the exception of this skill here, the Endless Carnage. Don't need to talk too much about the troops. Runes, they're all maxed out, so I can put whichever rune I like on my attack or team, whatever you want to call it. This is actually quite a useful rune as well. Might just mess about with that, swap it around. Then the talents are all maxed out as well. I put a lot of effort into maxing out these talents. Quite a few of these are really important, like crit increased by 100%. You can see the resistances being increased as well. Yeah, I think that's the most important one, intensity and crit. Try and focus on that one first if you are trying to deal damage. Resist reduction as well, another important one. Yeah, I'd say those two are the most important out of all of the talents to try and get maxed out. Right, so moving on to the goddess. This is what my goddesses look like. I have only really focused on the first one. You can see here, Ilia, I think she's called. That's the one that's activated anyway. Level 127 will give a increase to stats there. There we go. There's the skills. You can see here, 20% chance to also stun them for 2 rounds. That's the main reason why I'm using this goddess. Then if we go across to the devotion, I can actually upgrade this. I might as well, while I'm here, I guess. Accessory. Yeah, there we go. That's the accessories. So as with the other features, I would say the most important one to focus on is attack. I can't enchant though, you can see here I need to ascend and I don't have the items to do that, unfortunately. Then the warding I can upgrade. I might as well do that while I'm here. Not sure if that worked. It didn't seem to do anything. I'll try on this one. Oh, there we go. That gave a pretty decent increase to battle rating. I'm not really sure which one you're supposed to be focusing on here, as they all give a bonus to all goddesses. But yeah, that's now what my warding looks like. So finally, let's have a look at my Thesis Armor. This still needs a huge amount of work. I kind of gave up with this feature, but that's what the armor currently looks like. I only have the fire and water armor unlocked. Then the warpath here, I did make a bit of progress with this, but again, it needs a lot of work, unfortunately. And I've not really done anything here. So yeah, that's what it looks like, but this needs an absolutely huge amount of work. More work than I'm probably prepared to put into it, if I'm being honest. And there we go, that marks the end of this video. I hope that was interesting, looking into my account and all of the features of my account. If you did enjoy this video, giving it a like and subscribing is always appreciated. Thank you to those that have already subscribed. I know I don't play Wartune that much, but there is an absolute ton of Wartune videos on my channel. There is a playlist on the screen with all of them in. There's also another video you may enjoy, plus you can also subscribe from here as well if you want to do so. And thanks for watching.